I want to start this video off by taking a look at this meme made by core member 123 here, because it's quite funny. Now, this is in response to that picture that's going around that I'm 50% to 60% sure is fake. I don't think it's real because I don't even think that they have a script for that movie completed yet. But I could believe it because Disney is so desperate for some kind of new audience to come in on Star Wars that they could totally jump in on the shippers. This might be the next gold mine, they think. I think's not. I don't think that this is going to do very well if this is done. In fact, I think it's going to turn most people off. They've done this in comics with the badass pregnant woman fighter superhero, and it never works out well. It turns most people off because, well, women that are pregnant, this is how you know that these people that do this shit, that make these characters pregnant in media, know that they've never been pregnant, nor do they have children, because pregnant women at this level of pregnancy, the last thing they're doing is running around doing anything. They feel miserable. They don't want to move around. Imagine if you've never, imagine you've got like a 10-pound baby growing inside of you. You're not exactly the active person in the room. So I've always thought it was stupid when this gets done, but some of these weirdos that are never intending to have children think that it's empowering. It's funny and hilarious to me. So I hope Disney does it. Please keep sinking your stock. You've already destroyed this franchise. There's been articles going around covering this, talking about opinion nerd. The Pencil Pimp over on Twitter, pretty cool dude. I've talked to him here and there. Check him out. He put this out. Star Wars isn't for nerds anymore. We who respect the lore and would be in tears after being cast in one of the movies or shows. Star Wars is now for the popular kids who giggled and high-fived the bullies for stuffing you in the locker. It's crashing, and Disney deserves it. And then he shares a clip of Lizzo and Jack Black going crazy because they're on the set for Star Wars. I definitely agree with him, but the thing that Screen Geek and TMZ, who also made an article on this topic, have wrong is people aren't saying that these two ruined the franchise, which is what they're trying to pass this off as. That's not what people are saying. People are saying, honestly, this is just yet another example of how the franchise has been ruined, turning into some kind of celebrity variety hour. That's not what people want to see in Star Wars. People particularly don't want to see Lizzo in Star Wars. Celebrities can do good. The Bill Burr stuff that was in seasons 1 and 2, or just 2, that was great. He was great in it. This was not. This was really cringy. And unlike Lizzo, at least he has a lot of acting experience. Jack Black just looks goofy. I think that's more on the costume and makeup people than anything. But Lizzo being in here was just stupid, dumb, and didn't make any sense for her to be in there. And you see it right here. The Mandalorian episode is ruined by these celebrity cameos. I just think most people didn't like this. Mandalorian Season 3 has been a shit show from the beginning. But it's funny. The only person that seems to know what's going on, out of the cast anyway, is this little girl who played Princess Leia, absolutely destroying the people that work behind the camera, saying that she doesn't understand how anyone thought that these scenes make any sense. Here's the quote. She said, "I remember the scene where I was in the coat. I was inside the Imperial officer's coat, and I kept poking my head out to look around at the set, and he kept trying to push me back in. It was really funny. I just kept saying, how is anyone believing that this random lump inside this guy's coat is just normal? How is this happening? But it was a lot of fun," she added. See, because she's a young little kid, she doesn't realize what she did. She just pointed out how stupid that was, and it was. And there was so much other stupid shit in that show, it's hilarious. So this was funny, and unsurprisingly, no one's talking about it other than like bounding into comics. None of the big outlets are talking about it. Why? Because they don't want to show how stupid Star Wars is, because all of the main outlets suck Star Wars dick. Don't worry, though. The Civil War seems to have settled. John and Dave have saved Star Wars. That's why all of these articles are out there talking about how Star Wars isn't for men anymore again. We're going to have so many female-led stories that it's insane. Aren't you ready? The Acolyte looks like the biggest pile of shit. I can't wait for this turd to come out. Can't wait for that turd to come out. Because I'm going to roast the hell out of it when it drops. Rightfully so, because Star Wars it deserves to be roasted. It does. Listen to this. This is a clip that's been making the rounds. More proof that the Civil War is over. That John and Dave have saved Star Wars. Take a look. Let's listen.
Here was a costume for a female villain where it was about practicality, danger,
yes,
violence, intimidation. It wasn't about an overt or traditional sexuality. Here was the opportunity to see a woman in a new way, in a way that it was about the maliciousness of her intent.
yes.
Wow, Star Wars is saved 100%. John and Dave doing a bang-up job out there saving Star Wars. Truly, the Civil War is over. I mean, how can you not think Star Wars is saved? Kathleen Kennedy's out there saying there's a balance in the Force and why it's thrilling to put women front and center in the franchise. They must have pulled her out of the janitor's closet where she was supposedly powerless and not in control of anything. That's what I heard for the longest time from great anonymous sources, that the Civil War was in full effect. John and Dave were saving Star Wars, going to retcon things. Kathleen Kennedy, powerless, no power whatsoever, not in control of anything. Oh, this is great shit. See, you guys got to let Star Wars go. How many times do you got to get punched in the face to see that this franchise is dead? There is no saving it. Dave Filoni is the next in charge to take over Star Wars, and he's as woke as her. He's as woke as Kathleen Kennedy. It's not going to get any better under him. And it's after watching season 3 of The Mandalorian, I don't know how anybody think he could get better under John. Season 3 of The Mandalorian is dog shit. So is Book of Boba Fett, which he was also had a heavy hand in. So take it for what it is. Kathleen Kennedy was very much in power the entire time. She never lost power. There was never a struggle for power. She fucking hired Jon Favreau. And look at all these announcements. Garbage, garbage, garbage. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. Also, if you would please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Check out my Rumble and Locals. I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my Locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my Locals.